Let's get ready to rumble! Introducing first, in the blue corner, we have the atomic lizard from the land of the rising sun, coming in at 393 feet tall and weighing at 99,634 tons. It's Godzilla! In the red corner, we have the beast from the east, coming all the way from Skull Island. That's right, folks. He's weighing in at 158 tons. He's 148 feet tall. That's right. We've got King Kong. And that's the tale of the tape, folks. For the purposes of this review, I'm going to try to be as spoiler-free as possible. Godzilla vs. King Kong delivers exactly what it advertises. Two giant kaiju duking it out for our enjoyment. Now let's get into the review. Greetings and salutations, folks. Rad Dreams here from Rad Dreams Review. As always, welcome, and I hope you enjoyed my poor attempt at trying to imitate Bruce Buffer with that introduction. I'm going to be trying something a little bit different today with today's video. In my introduction video for the channel, I did mention that we would be talking about film sometimes, and today we are just going to be doing that with a new segment that I am calling Review Time, where we will take movies, we'll take TV shows, we'll take anime, and we will try to give, as spoiler-free as possible reviews. That way, you guys, don't get spoiled, because I myself do hate it when I get spoiled by something. So keep that in mind moving forward, and I hope you enjoy this review. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe if you like this review and want to see more like it. Please let me know. And if you want me to, review anything, drop that in the comments below. I'd be happy to, watch and review things for you guys, for your enjoyment. So with that being said, let's dive right into today's review. All right, we're back. If you notice the glare in my glasses, I am going to be reading a little bit from a script off of my laptop. So if you see me kind of glancing down or to the side and then shifting focus back to the camera, that's why. And that's why there's the glare in my glasses. So I do apologize for that. But today we're actually going to be, as you guessed it, talking about the giant elephant in the room, or rather the giant monkey and giant reptile in the room in Godzilla vs. Kong. It's the 2021 mega collaboration movie with these two colossal titans. It's directed by Adam Wingard. I believe that's how you pronounce his last name. It was written by Terry Rossio, Michael Daughtry, etc. And we also have the starring cast. As always, we have the big man himself. We have Godzilla. We have King Kong, obviously. Couldn't have a movie without those two guys, right? But we also have, strangely enough, Alexander Skarsgård, of all people. You might know him from playing Pennywise the Clown from the remake of It. We also have Millie Bobby Brown from, as you would know, from Stranger Things. So two big name actors right there. We also have Rebecca Hall. She's not quite like super known like the other two, but she's still up there in terms of acting ability. She's not, a household name, but she's also no stranger to film. And we also have Kyle Chandler, who is reprising his role from the previous Godzilla movie, King of Monsters. I can't recall if he was in the first Godzilla. I don't think so. I think he was just in King of Monsters. But we also have, some side characters in there, but I'm just going to, list the bigger names for the purposes of this review. So with that introduction out of the way, let's just dive into the review, all right? So I'm going to be frank with all of you listening. Don't get me wrong. I love giant monster movies. And not only that, I also heavily enjoy giant robots. Pacific Rim, I absolutely loved. And I really enjoyed the sequel. And I've been a huge fan of Godzilla ever since I was young. And I also enjoyed King Kong, So I had really high expectations going into this film. And prior to watching it, I came in from a non-critical perspective. But that doesn't mean that I can't view it in that light, So for the purposes of this video and the review, I'm going to be doing it from that non-critical perspective, right? So with that out of the way, let's talk about the movie. I know a lot of you are wondering, while you're watching this, who ended up winning this epic battle, of titanic proportions? Was it our scaly friend Godzilla? Or was it our primitive and colossal primate? What's the answer? It's not quite obvious. In my eyes, it was neither. So, what do I mean by that? What I mean by that is it was ultimately the actors who stole and snatched this fight away from these epic monsters. And ultimately, one of the beasts did end up being the victor, but you're just going to have to watch the movie to find that one out. It is so unfortunate that the acting, the plot, the writing, even the story held this movie back so much. It really distracted from the epicness of the film. And when I speak on the acting, I can't really identify a single moment or a scene in which I could, for lack of a better word, identify a solid performance. The only argument that I can make is for that child actress who portrayed that, small deaf girl. She was the best actress in the movie, and that's not saying much. And since we're on the topic of actors, Kyle Chandler, who reprises his role, he just felt like a throwaway character. He literally didn't add anything to the story. Like, if he wasn't in the film at all, I wouldn't have known the difference, if he was missing. And what really makes me upset is that on paper, there's some heavy-hitting actors and actresses in this movie. As I mentioned prior, Alexander Skarsgård, Millie Bobby Brown have both proved that they can act, right? And I just feel like they were ultimately held back by the writing as well as the, overall plot of the movie. Whether it be from It or Stranger Things, both of those actors prove that they have the acting chops to pull off a, solid performance. But ultimately, Godzilla vs. Kong didn't give him a chance to shine. And when we speak on the writing as well as the plot, I hate to say this, I feel like I'm being really critical and really mean in a way. But I feel like it was a step beneath rudimentary. I hate to say it. I honestly have nothing positive to say about that aspect of the film. It's super unfortunate. Godzilla vs. Kong, though, did have a saving grace. That was, of course, the action sequences. Not only was the action sequences quite the splendor to behold, we had CGI, and we had the overall effects of the movie. The team responsible for bringing these two titans to life on the big screen, they did such a phenomenal job at making sure that they looked amazing and felt, larger than life. I was especially impressed by King Kong. Of all guys, The way that they made his fur look throughout the movie was done very well. Other than that, the action sequences again were very bombastic and were just of this huge scale of proportion that you couldn't just help but, awe at the screen. Like if you're eating popcorn, you're just like, oh my God, yes, keep on going. Oh yes, you're like freaking out. Just like, yeah, get in there. Overall, Godzilla vs. Kong is a action-packed movie. And as long as you turn your brain off, you might enjoy it. I kind of compare Godzilla vs. Kong to Expendables in a way, where you had a ridiculous plot, terrible writing. The casting in that wasn't terrible, to be completely honest. You had these awesome action stars, but everything else in the movie was kind of garbage, in my opinion. I might get some hate in the comments about this, or my view on Godzilla vs. Kong overall. But the reason why I say it's like Expendables is that I actually really enjoy the Expendables movie and franchise. They're, that popcorn eating action flick that you can just, shut your brain off and just enjoy the spectacle. And that's what Godzilla vs. Kong was. It was a spectacle that you could just shut your brain off, watch some two giant monsters fight. There you go. Pure and simple. However, if I were to give it a non-critical rating from just like a normal, audience perspective, please don't hate me, I would have to give it a 6 out of 10. And if I were to view it from a critic's perspective, I would have to knock it down a point and give it a 5 out of 10. But, like I said, if you like the monsters, if you like action movies, if you like massive robots, I do honestly recommend giving Godzilla vs. Kong a watch. Because it was entertaining. It really was. And if you have HBO Max, you can watch it in the comfort of your own home. But if you have the opportunity to see it in theaters, safely, I would say, definitely do that too, because seeing that on the big screen would be really cool. I honestly kind of wish I was more comfortable going to the theater, but I watched it, in the safety of my own home. So that'll do it for the, movie review time today. Hopefully you enjoyed listening to my take on Godzilla vs. Kong. This was my first recorded movie review. I normally write these and post them to Letterboxd or my Facebook page. So this is my first one actually, kind of talking and speaking to listeners about a movie. So hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully I didn't butcher it too much. And if you liked this kind of content, make sure to let me know in the comments below, and make sure, obviously like and subscribe to the channel for future updates. And if you want me to tackle any other movies or TV shows or anime, let me know. I'm planning on doing a anime review here soon. I don't want to exclusively focus on trading card game content on this channel. I do enjoy it though. I really do. So I'm definitely keeping that aspect alive on the channel. But I do want to kind of branch out, my content and focus on, film, focus on anime, focus on TV shows. So hopefully you don't mind that. So with that out of the way, now I've been Rad Dreams, and hope you all stay safe out there. And above all else, I hope you stay rad.